What is a good part-time job? Are you a student or a beginner looking to grow your wealth? Are you looking for your first or maybe your next part-time job? Maybe you want something flexible, remote, something that pays decently, and something that allows you to explore your skills and your interests. Today, I want to share with you some information that I hope will come in handy when it comes to your financial success. This can be a pretty busy time for job hunters and students in particular, so I'm going to share some information about what I think makes a good part-time job. And I hope that it comes in handy for your job search so that you can start generating income, gaining valuable real-world experience, and growing your wealth. Even billionaires have to start somewhere. Warren Buffett, expert investor, has a net worth of about $106.8 billion US as of this recording, and he started out as a newspaper delivery boy. And Oprah, yes, the Oprah, with a net worth of about $2.5 billion US, got her start as a grocery store clerk at a grocery store near her father's barbershop in Nashville. But let's talk about a part-time job that fits you. What are the best part-time jobs out there for you? What part-time jobs can a student even do? There are plenty of options out there, but in my best-selling book, Personal Finance for Students, I discuss 3 different factors that are important to consider when it comes to selecting a great part-time job. And those 3 factors are utility, interest, and value. Today, we are going to be focusing on utility. I explained in my last video what I meant by utility, interest, and value, and it's that it's important to think about how you can be useful, interested, and valuable to get the most out of your part-time work experience, rather than only considering how useful, interesting, and valuable the job can be to you. This is because when you first start out as a student, you might find that your greatest and your biggest unfair advantage is your sweat equity. You may have heard this term before if you've ever watched Dragon's Den or Shark Tank. I like to think about sweat equity as a fancy term for hard work, and essentially, to me, it refers to the effort or the work that you put into whatever venture it is you're tackling. We don't all start out with $1 million at our disposal, but what we can do is put in the work. As you gain work experience and help more people, the next level is that you develop expertise. At this point, expertise can be leveraged. Now, the next level beyond that, if you've put in the effort or the sweat and you've gained some expertise, is money, a lot more of it. And that too can be leveraged to do even more. So what does it look like when someone is being useful? What are some real-world examples? In university, there was a job opening for a lab research assistant. Since I wanted to get the position so badly, I wrote a resume where I forced myself to sit down and think about how I could be most helpful. I was in my first year and, unlike my peers, had never stepped into the lab beyond my course requirements, so I needed to shine. At first, I wasn't feeling very confident. While a general resume and cover letter would have been fine, I wanted to mention a few specific points about my previous science-related achievements, any administrative experience that related to the position, as well as what I researched on my own time about that specific lab and its supervisors. And what do you think the supervisor did after receiving my application? Thankfully, I got a call asking, "When can you come in for an interview?" A question I always like to ask myself in this position is, how can I make myself as helpful as possible? How can I position myself as a helpful person? This goes beyond having a hard skill or transportation or material goods, although these are undeniably useful. Every person has a different idea of what's useful. So where it starts is being aware of others' needs and caring about that. Do you notice that your neighbors are busy and could use some help plowing the snow off their driveways? Do you notice that your friends have dogs that need walking? Is there a researcher at your university who's running experiments, and are they desperately looking for someone to assist? Is there a small accounting firm or maybe a pharmacy that could use some help with clients or research or paperwork? Considering where you can be helpful is a fantastic place to start. In terms of where to look for openings, you may already be familiar with these, but just in case, we've got Indeed, Monster, even Google, or your university's job boards. These are good places to start. And don't be afraid to reach out to your friends or your family for a little bit of support. There are so many job opportunities and openings out there that are available but just aren't listed online. So you wouldn't want to miss out on something just because you didn't check with your network. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you found this useful at all, please consider sharing, liking, or subscribing for more study, career, and wealth tips. Until next time, see you!